Hey everybody, it's Mike, aka That Reseller Guy, coming to you with another video on a Monday morning. And what does Monday morning mean? It's a What's Sold video. Let's get going. All right, now how have sales been? Sales have been okay. Sales last week were decent. We're getting into March now. Friday was the first day of March, so February's done. February was a pretty good month. If you remember, I'm sure some of you do. I've talked about it a bit. The February listing blitz has been completed. You can see one, and then I didn't circle that day yet, but I had 2 days that I didn't get my 10 listings. I think I got 8 those days. So we're still pretty close. And the results were pretty good. My February sales were definitely up. They were up quite a bit over what I did in January. And I didn't look, but I'm pretty sure it's above what I did last year, February as well. I haven't gone back and checked the year-to-year total as well. And we're doing it for March as well. Something I want to continue to do is, as long as I keep seeing the sales increasing, I'm more than happy to put in the extra effort and get these listings done. Now, part of it is it's hard to keep listing 10 items every day. That's a lot of inventory. That's, in a 30-day month, that's 300 items. So I got to keep finding items to put out there that are good quality items that are going to sell. Now, I do have a big chunk of Magic the Gathering cards over here. Like, this whole stack needs to be listed, but I don't want to just list Magic cards for 2, 3, 4 days in a row. So I'm listing 2, 3, maybe a day, maybe every other day. So I'm getting Magic in there. You'll see today, I sold quite a few Magic the Gathering cards over the weekend. I still got a small little stack of sports cards that got to be listed. And then just the other stuff that I pick up on a daily basis. But it is not always the easiest thing to get 10 listings out there every day. And I'm not counting like items to like end a listing and relist it. That's not a real new listing now. eBay probably sees it in their algorithm and all that stuff as new listing, but that's not what we're doing. We want brand new items out there. I'm not doing any end and relist at all during this whole process either. A couple things to note about me and eBay, maybe I haven't talked about this before, or at least not too much, is I don't promote items on eBay. I know a lot of people will say, hey, I just do 2% across the board. Some people do 5% across the board. Maybe that would increase my sales, not worrying about the extra 10 listings. Maybe just having those promotions out there will increase my sales, but I don't want to give eBay any more money than I have to. Now, I'm happy to give them money for every time I sell an item, but if I sell a $100 item, they're already getting like 15 bucks or something like that. That's plenty of money. I don't need to give them another 5% or more. I know some people will promote crazy amounts, 10, 12, 15% in certain categories. At least when you come up on eBay, that tells you what the going percentage rate is to promote in those categories. And the clothing ones are kind of crazy. But that's not what I'm talking about today. I'm not talking about promoted listings. I don't care about those. But let me know down in the comments. Do you promote everything? Just let me know. Let me know. Put it in the comments today. That's what you should do. If you haven't watched yet, or if you haven't gone to that channel, That Card Guy, I know you're all tired of me saying. I won't be saying it as much because we hit 1,000 subscribers on that channel. So thanks everybody that went over there, supported that channel, that still supports it now. I did a giveaway on that channel. The winners announced today. So if you are part of that giveaway, go over there, check out to see if you won. Going to be doing some more content on that channel as well, trying to keep that one going. Of course, I want to get that channel monetized. It doesn't mean a whole lot of money. This channel's been monetized for quite a while, and I get like a whopping $20 to $25 a month from these videos. It's not a lot. But the number of hours that I put in there, it's way not a lot. So go over there and support that channel. I would appreciate it. Now sales for this weekend, they were okay. They were all right. 16 items, about $500. So not a crazy good dollar amount. Everything that was selling was pretty much lower dollar. You'll see in some of these Magic the Gathering sales that sales were pretty small when it came to some of this stuff. So let's get into it first. Now, I mentioned some of this on my That Card Guy channel in my video today, but for the number of Magic cards I have listed versus the number of sports cards, I probably have, let's say, 500 sports cards listed. I don't know if I have that many, but a decent amount. Magic the Gathering, I probably have 50 at the most, and I sold this many Magic cards, and I sold 2 card sales. So Magic the Gathering stuff has been selling pretty good. That's why I'm going to keep listing it. It is lower dollar items, $2 to $5 per card for I think most of these. So let's flip over to the screen. If you don't know what Magic the Gathering is, the collectible trading card game similar to like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh. It's something that I played way back in the day in my 20s. I used to play a fair amount. So I know enough to stay relevant in the world of Magic. All right, let's show you what sold. It's kind of weird. They sold in batches too. So on Friday, my first 3 sales on Friday were all Magic the Gathering, and my last 2 sales last night that I'm shipping today were both Magic the Gathering. So kind of bookended everything. First up, we got a Magic the Gathering Helm of Possession. Yep, we got that one there, Helm of Possession. That's from the Tempest set. This sold for $3.99, so $4 plus shipping going out eBay standard envelope. Makes it nice and easy. That's kind of what's nice about these Magic cards is even though they're not selling for a lot, they're easy ship. They're easy list, they're easy store, they're easy ship. So I'm all about that. One person, they're a repeat buyer. This person's bought several times from me, so I like that they're coming back to check out my cards. They bought 2 different lots. Both have 2 cards, and they're both from the Ice Age set. So we have the Zuron Orb, and I just kind of got both of them in one sleeve, and I'll put that into a rigid mailer here in a second. And we also got the Skeleton Ship, so we got 2 of those. $8.98, so that's basically $9. So I think one was $5, one was $4, is I think what that worked out to. All right, let me scroll down the screen a little more, go to those first ones that sold the other day. I had one person buy, there's 4 of these in here, so these are lightning bolts. One of the top probably used cards in Magic the Gathering, especially when making a red direct damage deck. I know that means nothing to you, it's babble, but lightning bolt's great. These are from Revised. $7.99 for 4 of them, so I got $2 a piece. It's nice, a card like that I could put into a lot of 4. Usually when you're making a deck with lightning bolts, you're going to use all 4 of them, so that's why putting 4 together is good. This is a single card, also from Ice Age. I've been listing a bunch of the Ice Age set cards. $3.99 for a Glacial Chasm. Everybody needs a Glacial Chasm. And then we got Leeches. These are from Homelands, the Homelands set. We got Leeches. I sold some of these last week. I think I got another 2 to get listed as well. So get all those put out. Again, these are all going eBay standard envelope. I like that. But like I said, I did sell a couple sports cards too, not nearly as much as the Magic the Gathering. First one is a Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card. This one is a PSA 9. Finally got all my Ken Griffey Jr. graded cards listed. These were part of my own personal collection. I have to narrow things down a little bit. I can't collect everything. I wish I had the money to collect everything. That would be great. But decided to sell off the Ken Griffey Jr. collection. This one's a PSA 9, sold for $20. $19.99 plus ship. You can't even get a card graded for $19.99. So to go ahead and get the PSA 9 is good. Good for the buyer. He's getting a nice bargain on a card. I think there's probably, if you looked at like the population report for how many PSA 9 Ken Griffey Jr. Flair rookies there are, there's probably 10,000, maybe more. There's a lot of them out there. Ken Griffey Jr.'s are some of the most graded cards ever. So yeah, it's a $20 card. Next up, this was a better sale. Finally sold these. This is, where is it on the screen? I just want to double check the price. Yadier Molina. These are his Bowman rookie cards, and this is we got a photo variation. So this is the base card. It got him throwing, and then this is the red parallel, and it's a batting. So he had a regular one batting as well. So I just comboed the 2 of these together. Had it in my store for $40, sent a 10% discount, $35, $35.99 actually. You want to get technical. So happy to give 10% off. I picked these up in a little collection that I bought. So I don't know exactly how much I paid for them. Probably $5-ish a card, somewhere in there. So nice little sale on that. That will go out in a bubble mailer because it's over $20. Today's drink of choice, again, we got Monster Low Carb Blue. We got the blue one. Monster, I'm still waiting for my promotion to go through. So get a hold of me, sponsor me, send me some Monsters. Otherwise, I'm going to stop talking about you. This is the backup drink. This one's for later. We got me some Peace Tea Raspberry. Yeah, I like these. Let's see, about 140 calories per can. So that's a lot of fluid for 140 calories. Peace Tea, get a hold of me. All right, but we're talking more sales. What's another thing that I sold? I sold a couple Disney items. I love Disney items, always well collected. This one, though, has been in my store a year-ish, somewhere around there. Again, I always say, I wish it would tell you in your listing, maybe something that only you can see, maybe that the public can't see, when you originally listed that item, because it would be kind of nice to see. I know it relists like every 30 days, but I'd like to see when I originally did the listing. If there's somewhere where you can see that, and I don't know about it, tell me in the comments. But this is cool. This is a limited edition Mandalorian pin. This is pretty early when this came out. What's unique about this is it still has, I put it in the listing because I keep forgetting her name, Gina Carano on it. So it has her character right there. And she got kicked off the show because they didn't like something she said in a tweet. Woke Disney did not like what she said for whatever reason, so they kicked her off, and now she's suing Disney. So good luck, Gina. I hope you get a bunch of money from them. But anyway, that pin sold for $25. I think I had it originally at like 30 or 40. I had it higher, and a while back I reduced the price a little bit, so got $25 for that pin. Another Disney pin, another Disney thing. I put it up here on the shelf out of the way because I didn't want it rolling off. It has little wheels on the bottom. You see, it's got some little tape residue on there, but look at this. Splash Mountain Ride with all the Brer Rabbit, Brer Fox, and Brer Bear. Brer Bear's kind of hard to say. Yeah, just a little toy. I don't know when this came out. There's no year on it. There's no manufacturer name other than it was issued by Disney. One of the local Goodwills right down the street from my house had a bunch of these one day of different rides. So I'll show a little pop-up here, some of the other ones that I have listed. I sold one other one, and I still have a bunch listed. I think this one did sell for $40. Splash Mountain, $40 for that one. The other one that I had that also sold for $40. I'm trying to remember what ride that was right now. I can't remember. I think it had Mickey Mouse in it, but I don't remember what the ride was. And you'll see the other ones, anywhere from like $20 to $40 for the other ones that I have listed too. And they were all marked either $1.49 or $2.49. So I got them at a great price. So turn this one, all the ones that were plastic were $1.49. Some of the other ones are die cast. So $1.49 to $40. I wish I had thousands of items like that. All right, but let's get back to the other stuff here on the screen. I'm just going to kind of go up from the bottom to the top and see what we got. All right, got some stuff on the ground down here. This isn't going to be real exciting to see because it's already boxed up. I threw these in a box and I wrote 7 Lego sets. As most of you know, we're a Lego family. We love putting Lego sets together and collecting some. Well, I have some of them up here. You can kind of see in the backdrop. I got like some of the Star Wars helmets sets up there. That's about the only ones that I really collect. There's a couple up here. There's a Groot one up there, a couple different Groots. But anyway, so these small little sets, sometimes we'll buy little collections or something, and there'll be these small sets that have 30 to 50 pieces in them, and they're just not worth a whole lot. So I bundled 7 of them together, and I got $25. So 7 into 25, that's like $3. Is it even it's not even $4, about $3.50 per set. So bundled all those together. I think I listed this about 2 weeks ago, so it didn't take too long to sell. $25 for 7 small Lego sets. You'll see in the pop-up, they're very small sets. They literally have a minifigure. Some don't even have a minifigure and maybe a small little building or something. Very small. The next one, though, is a much bigger lot. It is back here. I bought this last week, and it's kind of crazy. Now, I'll admit, I'm leaving a lot of money on the table with this. This is all Polly Pockets. You'll see there are a few dolls in there. I think there's like 10 dolls that I put in the listing. No, not how many dolls. But look at the amount of clothing and accessories. There were hats, purses, outfits. I'm sure I could have gone in there and spent hours and hours and hours and hours and hours researching. Maybe some of these outfits are harder to find, rarer than others. I didn't want to do it. I paid $2 for this giant bag of Polly Pockets at a thrift store. I did list 2 other lots of dolls from Polly Pockets as well, and then this one. So this lot sold pretty quickly, sold the same week. So I think I listed middle of last week sometime, and it sold over the weekend, obviously, for $40. I'm happy with that price again. I paid $2 into $40. I like these. $1.49 into $40 and $2 into $40, and I still have a couple Polly Pockets lot still to go. So happy to get that out. That is a massive lot as I put in that thing. That thing was huge. All right, I sold some other toy lots as well. This I never thought would sell. I honestly never thought it would sell. Even when I bought it, I was very skeptical whether this would sell or not. You can't really tell in here. You'll be able to see in the picture a little better. These are Civil War plastic army men and stuff. There's cannons, there are horses. There was no manufacturer name on it, so I don't know if it was older, if it's something newer. I don't know, but I looked at the comps out there. If you look at plastic Civil War army men, the sell-through rate's pretty good, and there's a decent amount there, and some brands and stuff sell for good money. So I went ahead and bought it. It was a little hanging bag. I don't remember what I paid for it, $4, $5, $6, probably somewhere in that range. And it's been in my store for quite a while. This weekend, while I was doing all these dolls and Polly Pockets and stuff, I touched this and I moved it where I had it in my storage. And it's just weird how that happens, where sometimes you touch an item or you move an item and somehow it then sells. That's what happened on this one. $29.99. So I got $30 for that that little bundle of toys. The next little bundle of toys, yeah, I did a bunch of bundles of toys here this last week, were some Littlest Pet Shop. 10 animals. Now, with Littlest Pet Shop, you got to be careful. There's some of them that can be worth some really good money. You know, my friend B-Rap, he sold some of these individually, some pretty good money. B-Rap, put down below how much the most expensive individual Littlest Pet Shop figure you sold is. You probably still have some in your store. So I did check out the dogs that were in here. I checked out the cats. None of them were that valuable. So I figured I'd just list them as one big bulk lot. Put out there $16. It didn't sell like that. If it sells like that, that means you probably missed one. So $16 for 10 of them, $1.60 a piece. It was a little hanging bag at a store that I paid just a couple dollars for. So we sold Littlest Pet Shop, we sold Polly Pockets, we sold Civil War, and we sold Legos. We sold a lot of good bulk lots. Okay, a couple more things to go still. Here's another Lego, but this was a complete set. We got the Micro Fighters. Do I have the right side forward? Yep. It says Micro Fighters down there. So you got a Sand Trooper on the dewback, and I think that's a dewback. And the droids, you got R2-D2 and C-3PO in the little escape pod. So small little set, you get 3 minifigures. Bought this for $2 at a thrift store, at one of the cheap thrift stores that I go to. Brand new and sealed. Was very surprised to see what it was worth. I thought this might be like a $10 or $15 set, being that it's the Micro Fighters, but I guess it's retired, so that makes it more valuable. It ended up selling for $37.99 plus shipping. Yeah, $40 plus shipping for that one. I dual listed it over on Amazon, so I still got to go over there and delete that on my inventory on Amazon. I can't forget to do that, because otherwise someone's going to buy it on Amazon and I'm not going to have it available to sell, and I'll have to cancel and they won't be happy. I won't do that. All right, the next item to sell. Now, this one might be a drop shipper. It's either a gift or a drop shipper. This one I'm not positive on, because they did send me a note. Please do not capitalize, include a packing slip or invoice. They didn't say it's a gift or anything like that. Maybe they sold it on Amazon. They just want me to ship. I don't care. Either way, I got my price. It's been in my store for a while, so it did take a while to sell. 2007 Topps Baseball Factory Set. Not a lot of big rookies in this set. So this is a fairly cheap set when it comes to these factory sets, sold for $40 plus shipping. You even get 10 exclusive rookie cards. The players that they show on here, Ryan Braun, not well collected. We got Joba Chamberlain, he kind of fizzled out. And Tim Lincecum, who was fantastic for about 3 or 4 years. And that was about it. So yeah, I got $40 for that set. $40 plus shipping. And on these factory sets, all I do is I get a cardboard box and I roll it in the cardboard box, put it in a poly mailer, and ship it out that way. Nice, quick, and easy, and never had a problem with that. I've done that with sets that were a couple $100s too, and had no problem. So that's how I ship those. Otherwise, you're going to need a pretty big box for those, and that method has worked pretty good for those sets. All right, one last sale, and you probably see it sitting back here, and it's been a while since I've sold one of these. This is another set of these Fisher-Price Linkables. Now, I have been buying a lot of these last year. I put them in groups of 5. So we got like the beaver, the turtle. You press the buttons, they interact, they sing songs together, they talk to each other, they say their names, they do all kinds of stuff. Great for little kids. They're actually pretty fun. I've played with them a little bit more probably than I should, just because they're kind of fun. But yeah, I find these in stores anywhere from $1 up to about $4, about the most that I pay for them. And wait till I get a group of 5 of them together and then list it for $50. And last year when I was listing them, after I would list a set, it probably wouldn't last 2 weeks. I'd get another set listed and it would sell in 2 weeks. So they were selling very quickly. Over the last probably 4 or 5 months, they have not been selling nearly as fast. And there's a couple reasons for that. One, when Bed Bath & Beyond went out of business, they had a lot of these in their store, brand new, and they were they went out of business, so they were running them on sale, and they were like $8 to $12 new for those. So I think a lot of inventory is out there on eBay and new product. So the used ones haven't been selling. Now I've been happy to sell this one. This is actually the first time that I've had the llama, and the first time that I've had the turtle. So it was kind of a new set put together for me without some of the regular other toys. I'm talking about these toys too much, aren't I? That set did sell for $50. I got, I think, one more set that I can put together, and then I'll probably be done with these unless I happen to run across a bunch super cheap and I don't have any in my store. So maybe I'll sell some more of those. Maybe I won't. We'll see. All right, now I did go out to a couple of thrift stores this morning. Normally I don't go out thrifting Monday in the morning, but there's one particular store I've been going to. I've been trying to get there every day because they've been having a lot of good inventory come out right when the store opens. So I did go there today. I did find one thing. There's a lot of competition there, and they didn't put out new carts this morning, so that's part of it. What I got at that store was this big bag. You guys know I love these big giant toy bags. And these are all, well, most of them are monster trucks. I paid $4 for this bag of monster trucks, and there's probably, I don't know, 10 or 15 in there. So you got ones like that and like this. These are all like these Matchbox ones. These sell pretty well in my booth. There's also a booth next to mine that sells these. They put them in there individually for, I think, $3 a piece. Is what they sell theirs at. I do the same thing. I have some individually in my booth for, actually, I think I put them in there for $3.50. But another thing that I do is I'll shrink wrap. Whoops. See if I'm trying to hold it up the right way. I'll shrink wrap like 3 of them together like this and put it out there. And those have sold pretty well for me. So I can probably make 4 or 5 lots like that for my $4 and sell those all in my booth. I don't know if these are ones that have any rare ones. I don't think so. I don't think they're like Hot Wheels that they have any special editions or anything, but the Gravedigger ones always sell pretty well. When I go to that store, there's another store nearby. These are non-Goodwill ones, so I don't always give away all my details where I get the stuff. I got to keep something secret. If you live in the area, you know where these places are. But this is the first time I've ever found no-bull shoes. No-bull shoes are pretty darn expensive. I have a pair myself that I use for working out, and they're fantastic shoes. Fantastic shoes. But I think I paid like $150 or $170 for mine. They're not cheap. So I wish this was my size because then I could wear them. But this is a pair. I think it's size 11. A couple sizes too small for me, and in great condition. So these were $14.99. I didn't even look up the comps for no bulls. I'm going to guess they're $50 to $70 is somewhere in my range. Is what I'm going to guess is what they'll go for used. And, there's another. I don't think I ever showed this guy. Oh, my God. Yeah, check this guy out. A Jurassic World dinosaur, and his mouth opens. It opens. Rawr. Ooh, thumbnail. Let's see. Does he? His tail turns. It probably comes apart. But I walked into a Goodwill at night. At night of all things. So this sat in the store probably all day and nobody bought it. $4.49 for this giant Jurassic Park. I'm going to assume it's a T-Rex, but there are some that look like T-Rex that aren't T-Rex, but I'm going to say that this is a T-Rex. If there's a dinosaur expert on there, you can correct me if I'm wrong. But if you look on eBay, people are selling these for like $40, $50. I don't want to ship this. This thing's huge. I'm going to put it in my booth, give somebody a deal. I'll probably put it in there for like $25 or $30. I only paid $4 for it. So pretty good deal on this giant dinosaur. All right, that's where I'm going to wrap this video up. So thanks for watching. Thanks for hitting that thumbs up to you. Those of you that did. If you didn't, that's okay. But if you would, that would be fantastic. And leave me a comment down below. Go watch that card guy. Support that channel. Support this channel. And have a great day. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.